There. For you watching this right now, I just want to tell you that this is going to be one of the most valuable videos. I can't say that, but it is sure going to help you in understanding how you can really start from scratch. If you're trying to build a business, if you don't have an offer yet, we are going to do it. If you are not the person with a good attention span, probably this video the ain't for you. So you can leave right now. But if you are really into building your business persona, how you look like on the online platforms, how your offer will look like, is it able to sell for you? Is it not? How is it going to be? All this can really clear up in your business details if you have them ready. If you have the clarity, then we can work it out. But if you don't have it, then we are going to work upon it, how you can work on it as well. And we are going to work further with your offer, ICP, niche, everything that people really struggle with. So this is something I have so many screenshots of this, and this is one of the major objection that I get, that hey Vidya, that I don't know what my niche is, what my ICP is, whom I should serve, whom I should cut down, or whom I should work with, or how do I even decide what to write in the offer doc? How do I know what the deliverables in the offer doc would look like? So they are all just stuck, and this is one of the most basic things that you actually start with once you want to build a business and want to earn money from it. So, how I have structured this video and how I'm going to record it, it's not scripted. I'm going to do it live right now in the video. I haven't prepared anything. You can just see some things that I have just pinned right now, which I'll be opening one by one and we'll be dissecting it. Just so making sure that you have it easy for yourself, and what's the mentality you keep behind it, because that's one of the most important things that you should take care of. So I picked out one of my clients who was really struggling, and she prepared this description for herself. I'm not going to test it on myself. I have a full 115-minute video on that, which has a lot of views, and it really helped people into knowing how to talk to ChatGPT and how to get your offer out. But this is going to be the video I am preparing in 2025. That was almost 8 months back. I have learned a lot from a lot of people how to do the offer docs. I have sold multiple things, multiple offers with products from $40 products to going to the high ticket of $2,000 even, and beyond that as well, and helped others as well to scale the offer that can work for them. Though what I preach for on LinkedIn, or what I'm known for, is helping people make money from their DMs, but you can be a very good closer or a DM setter. But if you don't have a good offer, it is just like having the tea without sugar. I know some people don't like sugar, but some people do, especially I'm an Indian. So we need the sugar there, and we need everything in the right quantity, in the right quality. We know if it's a good tea or a bad tea. I can understand that. Maybe whichever part of the world you are, you will understand some things only the way you can be. Your offer is something that tells what is the deliverable, what is the outcome, and what is the ROI for the investment they are putting into you. So I picked out one of my clients. I'm not going to name her or him, but she bought out the business description and she prepared her offer. What I'm going to do right now, and you can do this with me, or you can have this video running and you should do this together with me if you are watching this video. Because the way I am talking, I have learned it from my mentor, and I'm going to pass down the best to you with all of my knowledge that I can, with the creation of offers and understanding ICP and niching down. So we are just going to start with that. She gave me the raw version of it, and she was a bit confused, like, "Hey, what is going to be like, or what can we include here? Is this wrong? Is this right?" So we are going to correct everything. So this is going to be a big wake up call for you how the offers should be done, and this is going to help her as well because she's going to get a new offer doc, and I hope it sells something for her. She can get her first client. So this is the business description. Before we start anything, I would just like to go here. I think you are able to see me. I don't know. Even if I don't appear or something, I apologize. But I don't know how Loom works very finely. Let's understand what's USP, ICP, and PMF. USP is your unique selling proposition. For me, it is helping you make money from DMs. For Lara Costa, she's selling content. How to do better content that goes viral and that makes money for you. For somebody else, it could be selling SEO services. For somebody else, it could be Facebook ads, and they sell it in a different way. For Alex Hormozy, it could be very different. For anybody else, it could be very different. The way it is unique selling proposition, I'm not telling you to jump rope or to do 500 push-ups for me. This doesn't mean like that. What it means here is that this is something you are really skilled at and you can help other people do the same. Either you work with them or work for them, either it's done for you, done with you. That is one skill that you know. It could be as generic as copywriting or video editing, but you do it in a certain way that it defines your unique thing that you can bring out in your offer. So what I call it is, Lara Costa said this, the authenticity paradox. People are stuck up in an authenticity paradox. You have to try to be the ideal picture that's not you. You have to be you, nobody else. The number one reason why two startups failed. So this is my one of my playbooks. It's called Comment Convert Connect. I launched it way back. I don't know when, maybe almost 10 to 11 months back. But it was one of my most viral playbooks that helped a lot of people in understanding LinkedIn and much more of business in a certain way. So I just say I don't know. So some people ask me, like 90% who approach me, they ask like, "Hey, how do I make my first dollar on the internet?" I just say I don't know. Who I am today is because of experimentation, because I had nothing to lose. I just tried. So if any person has been watching me from a very very long time, they know I really experiment on a lot of things. If I see something working very well at a different thing, I will try it. If something else, I'll try it. I don't know, but I just would love to try it. In that sense, I just know that this works and this doesn't. That is what makes the difference for me. Nothing else will. So, if you are asking me pathetic question, first of all, no question is pathetic or stupid or dumb. It's not. Every question arises from inexperience and uncertainty. But if you ask questions like, "Hey, how do I post viral content?" or "How do I convert for myself? How do I build funnels?" God damn it, just do it. Who is stopping? Like, who is putting behind the bars and not letting you do it? It's you yourself. Just do it and see if it works or if it doesn't work. If it doesn't work, the world is not ending so soon, right? If it works, congratulations. It is just what Einstein says, and it gonna come cliche for some people, but I'm gonna say it, that he found the light bulb invention after 9,999 failed experiments that he did, and 10,001 was the successful one which we have today. So he said that I found out 9,999 ways that don't work, but I found one way that actually works. Why can't you do it? Why are we so afraid into not doing those 999 things? I know it can take time, but you will take that experience and it will be solidified for you, and you're going to fight for it. You can defend that opinion. Like, hey, I know that maybe this XYZ doesn't work in Facebook ads. I know this doesn't work in personal branding. I know this doesn't work in video editing. How can you know that? Because it doesn't work out. So you can copy me, steal my formula, etc. It is just experiment. You can steal me, something doesn't work for you, something works for me. Something doesn't work for me, it can work for you. So, what is the next thing in the equation that we have? That is ICP. Now, ICP, the most blunt, misunderstood term, and I'm going to give you a wake up call into this, a very reality check. I have a WhatsApp chat screenshot, which is really going to reset your mind into knowing what's the ideal client like. I can't tell you who your ICP is, no one can. Demand creates supply, that's an economic law everywhere. I focused on content, didn't enjoy it after 3 days, started commenting, etc. This was just past me. Now I don't preach commenting, it doesn't work out. I claim it, I defend it, I will defend it till the day I die. No matter if the biggest creator on LinkedIn says this, I'm going to be like, no, it doesn't work out. Sorry to say. Have you made $1 million? No. My mentors have. And they haven't gone viral. They have gone maybe. One of my mentors have, two of my mentors haven't. And they don't care about it. One of them has 8 figures, one of them is doing 6 figures. I don't care. You just preach about going viral and you don't tell me just the stuff about how it actually works. Just tell me what's content like. I don't care about that. Give me a funnel that actually converts for me. So, what an ICP is like, people who need you for your non negotiable skill, who have seen you do it in public. This is very, very important. I can preach all day about being a millionaire. Like, do I have a screenshot showing $1 million in my Stripe dashboard? Sorry. So, no one's going to believe that. You have to show up. The case studies, testimonial, real proof, bank screenshots. I don't care. I need to see the reality of it. Are you actually making it or not? And prices that match your value, skill, and investment. With the offers in the very end, I think I don't know how long this video can be, but in the very end, when we'll be done with the offers, I'll talk about prices. How to find your prices. Disclaimer, there is no perfect price for you. The last thing is PMF, that is product market fit. So I'm not going to go deep into it, but it is as once your ICP is clear, once your USP is clear, your ICP has the rich mind, you can pitch the value they need. Advisory note, if still at this point, I mean, I just wrote it right for the playbook. You can read the playbook. You are the product in the creator economy. Be the only best out in the market. I just read some post on threads. It just said you have to sell you before selling the product. Of course, I just believe in it very, very well. Now I'm going to show you something about ICP. I talked to someone like long back about it. So let me come here. I don't know where it is. This playbook had a lot of advice at almost 10 months back, and some of the things I will not actually approve of right now. Um, so, number one mistake you are doing. So, this is really keep it in your mind, block it, learn it. How to find your ICP and where you are going wrong. And nobody teaches you this. Like, nobody. Nobody tells you. Even if they do, they will teach you in a certain way that's so much complicated that you cannot even understand it. The way I do it, I'm going to tell it to you. So this was a WhatsApp chat with one of my prospects, right? He turned out to me my he turned out joining my other two live events after that. So I just said like this is a chat. I really don't know your niche experience, what you do, etc. So can't define for you. I have to be straight up honest, right? So he just said I can write for anyone, right? He just said etc. Like we'll have a look. So maybe it was a document I sent. So I just said, that's your mistake. Niche down. You can't write for everyone. He said he can write it, which I believe most people can do. I can do Facebook ads for anyone. I can run any Shopify store. I can build a personal brand for anyone. Can you? Have you? I don't know. You are no Alex Hormozy, I think. If you are watching this video, of course. You can be, but here's where you're getting wrong. So I just said, sorry, you can't do it. And he said, oh, really? Now I'm really going into the truth pill or the red pill, what I call. I said, do you write for a website? Do you write for ads? Do you write for founders? Do you write for businesses? Do you write for creators? Or do you do copywriting? Or do you do ghostwriting? Two extremes, right? Writing is the biggest sector today. Most 99% think they can write for everything. No, you can't. Simple as that. Just imagine a logo designer, such a niche, charges crores for a logo. It means like 6 to 7 figures in USD. Imagine his niche. It's designing like the top crown. Then you go more deep into it like graphics. Then you go more deep into it for companies. And then for companies, you're designing the logo. It's a niche that works, and that is why they can charge higher, because the expertise that they have, that shows it for you. If you can really grill a steak for me that costs around $5,000, I know you are doing something. I don't know, maybe you'll give me some experience, or maybe you'll give me a taste that I'll never forget. That is how the expertise is done. But I can see personal branding everywhere. That is like a farm. That is like a farm market to me, a grocery market. If you can give me a 20, I can take at 15 there. 15, I can take it at 10. 10, I can take it for free with a bonus. That's how you present yourself in a farm market. That is how you're the grain in a bag of rice. So that is how you have to do it. Or do you want to be the diamond in the straw? I think that's how you can define it for yourself. And he just says, no, I mean only with LinkedIn contents, right? Now, there is a lot with LinkedIn contents. I said, still niche down. So he said, yeah. So I again went into it, right? When I get deep into something, I really get deep into something. I said, there's B2B, copywriters, SaaS, founders, businesses, ads, creators, agencies. For whom the hell you are writing? I don't know. Define that for you. Be the king of one, not the jack of all trades. Become the monopoly, then charge anything for that. You can just say, I am a fan of economics. I have taught graduation, post graduation students economics. So there is this fundamental of a type of market that's called monopoly. There is only one person doing that thing, and you cannot have it at any other place. That's how some people charge extremely high. Some people will charge you almost $8,000 for a website. Why would they do that? Some people can do that in $80, $800 for you. Why that much? They are doing something that you are not gonna find anywhere else. And he said, got it. So I always, I am a meme person, GIF person. And he just said, your words hit me again. And it has taken me almost four startups now failed, four business didn't work out. I'm 22 now, going to be 23 in 115 days. So yes, I'm tracking it because I want to make a certain amount of revenue before I hit 23. So I would just say, like, learn from the it. My co-founder says this, like, I can see further from the shoulder of the giants. When somebody has done that before you and they know how it works, why can't we be humble enough and just follow that? But we as humans, we want to always play with the fire and build something from the scratch. Doesn't work out that way. So this was all about, I wanted to clarify about ICP, niching down, and your USP, right? The most important is going to be ICP, whom you want to work with, whom you want to target. A disclaimer here: when you are first starting out, right, you cannot decide your clients because you are running for money, and you should work with shitty clients, and you should work with bang on clients. You should work with people who are paying you 800 and people who are paying you 80K. That is how you get the experience, how it feels like to charge premium and deliver premium results. Without knowing the difference, without knowing how much it hurts when you touch fire, you can never know the pain of that. So I have tattoos in both of my hands and a third one on my chest. So the day I got it, and the next day I went to college. I have completed my graduation almost a year back, And everyone, I thought everyone will say, oh, how good it is, how good it looks, how cool it is. I thought my fantasy world. You know what, people asked one thing: how much did it pay me? And I just said, get a tattoo for yourself. And I said, it's like blade running on his skin. I know it could get uh, uh, I think, like, not so good for some people watching. But if you're watching this, apologies for that. But that is how I answered it. I'm like, you cannot know it. I knew the pain because I got them. So you need to test it out. So how it feels for you. Till the time you don't know how it feels to work with clients who are always there on your head, who are always troubling you for results, who are always thirsty to see results just tomorrow at 2 p.m. And there are some clients who will wait for you, who know progress takes time because they know that how much time it takes to work out with success. They know it, so they will wait. A person who doesn't know will not wait. It's how it's done. In 23 years, I'm more realizing that what my grandparents say was always correct. Experience is really wisdom. It's not everything, but it's really gives you wisdom. It tells you how to defend yourself according to certain perspectives. This is wrong, this is right, this is right, this is how it has to be done, this is not how it has to be done. So it's a lot of things that we don't realize at some point, but it is important for you as well. So let's really get into the video and really start doing something for my client so she can really have a bang on offer, and she can really work it out and sell it as well. So let's come around here. So this is the business doc that she sent. So if you haven't watched the video, I would just do this again because this video has to be one of my best ones. I was preparing the whole day thinking, okay, this has to be one of my most printed videos. It could be 3 hours long, 2 hours long, but it will have everything that it should be, right? So we'll get into my client's mind. Let's call her uh, R, right? Not R, it's it's something weird. I'll say her Miss A, right? So Miss A, we are working for her, and she has these business details. We'll go through it, and now you are working with me. I hope you are working with me right now. You have your GPT on, you have your uh, charger connected to the laptop, and you are ready to rock and roll here. And I'll be going step by step so you know how I am doing it, and you will know how you do it for yourself as well. I'm starting blatantly from scratch. All my 115-minute VSL that went really good, I'm recreating it again here. So please watch this because this is updated with all of the mindset I have today with creating offer doc and business details. So before even offer doc, right? Let's not even talk about offer doc. We have to talk about, we now know what's an ICP, what's a niche, what's a USP. I don't care, right? Till the time you have your business details, you cannot work upon anything else. Your business details will frame out everything. It will frame out your content, your ads, if you're running it, your emails, your headlines, your everything else. Everything that you will do online has to replicate the business detail that you have. You know what people call it, executive summary in business? It's exactly like that. I'm not going to go into the complication. We are going to do it the easy way. So you understand how to do it for yourself and you can replicate this process as many times as possible. Please know that every feedback that comes to you should be taken seriously. Should be. If a person tells you an objection that, okay, how do I solve this? Okay, I don't care about your offer, but how do I solve this? It's a feedback for you. It could be really a game changer in your offer right now. Don't ever ignore a feedback, no matter how much it hurts you. There have to be some things that hurt you in business. This should be one of them. Take in feedback, take it, appreciate it, that people are not intimidated enough to tell you that. Of course, don't take destructive criticism, Please take constructive criticism. Maybe people are facing some legit problems. So always make sure that whenever you get a feedback or an objection, or like, hey, how do I do this, can you help me, or store that somewhere. In my Notion, I have this whole file of urgent, 1 to 3 days or within a week, and I have to complete this objection and produce a product out of that. It could be a lead magnet, it could be a playbook, it could be a digital product or a BSL. I do it. I have to do it no matter what. And that is how your business grows. So, feedback is very important. Let's keep that in our mind. Please remember, your business should keep on changing, your offer docs should keep on updating. You cannot sell the same offer doc for 15 years, not even 15 months, not even 15 weeks. If you're really selling one offer doc for 15 weeks, I don't know really. Either you have become super successful that you can sell them now, but you have to keep on updating. So let's read her offer doc. What's her mindset? What's her ICP? And we'll experiment on her. I've taken her permission. I have all the rights to experiment all through. And let's create a very good business doc for her and an offer doc. So let's start here with a business description. So, short version here is that LinkedIn bio. I'm a ghostwriter and content strategist helping founders, consultants, and leaders go from invisible to in demand through done for you LinkedIn content. So she's a ghostwriter, right? We'll even catch on to mistakes. This video has to be a gift to her, so it should tell her what are the mistakes and what mistakes you might be doing, right? Let me. How can I expand it? I don't know. I think here. Ah, I know that. Awesome. So she is saying ghostwriter, content strategist. Biggest blunder here done. Can you really think content strategist and ghostwriter are the same thing? Of course not. If you are saying that, I feel sorry for you already. Please go to ChatGPT. Let's go also, right? Let's do it. ChatGPT has now built-in audio version. Before we used to install the extension, now it has a built-in. Like, I'm so grateful to Sam Altman for doing this. It really, really saves you time. Hey ChatGPT, can you tell me the mere difference in the most easy words between a content strategist and a ghostwriter, please? Let's check it out. Like, why is that? Why people can't do this simple questioning? You can even go to Google. I don't care. It will give you hell lot of websites. But we are not ready to look at it. We are not ready to look exactly what are the minor details that have to be included here, right? So a content strategist just plans what content should be created, where, why, when. They look at the big picture, what topic to talk about, formats, audiences, goal is. So they were doing the kind of work we have been talking for about 28 minutes now, right? They are thinkers. Ghostwriters actually writes the content, but in someone else's voice. That is why they are ghost writers. You cannot see ghosts. They take the plan or the idea, turn it into polished post, emails, articles, etc. Their job is to make it sound like you wrote it. They are doers. They are thinkers. They are action. Like the most blunt, easiest explanation. Can you now still say they are both the same? Can you still offer the same thing? Imagine if there is one person planning out your Instagram carousels and how they should be put down, how many story posts will come, or how many business product posts should come out, how many reels should come out, and there is one person who is literally doing the copywriting stuff. Do you really think it's possible to do it together? Some people do it. Well, they are not very good at their job. There are some people on LinkedIn claiming to do outreach content conversation. Do you really think you can do that together? Do you really, really think? I'm going to really humble you right now. And this is why I think, and I never preach I'm a good copywriter, I'm a good uh, designer or someone. I just say what I could be good at. Let's talk about, there are three C's, right? There are three C's that work, and that is conversion, conversation, and content. Now let's talk about them. Let's say explain in a table. So content is somebody, whatever you put out on the online internet world, right? That is the actual stuff you post. There could be very minor dissection for it. Emails, LinkedIn post, X post, Threads post. There could be another Threads post that you have on X. There could be YouTube thumbnails, YouTube description, YouTube scripts that could be work. YouTube scripts for faceless channel, YouTube scripts for non-faceless channels. LinkedIn content, it could be video LinkedIn content, it could be LinkedIn copywritten content that you have, it could be LinkedIn content for lead magnets, it could be content for digital products, it could be content for a website, it could be content for a landing page, it could be a content for opt-in page, it could be the content for emails, newsletters, Substack, Discord. I can go on naming. I hope you get what I'm talking about. You still think you can claim to do content? Can you really not be a liar and say it, just claim it online? I can do content for you. I mean, it fumbles my mouth right now if I really put in my LinkedIn headline, I can do content for you. You cannot. You freaking cannot. You're doing that. Please don't ever talk to me. But when I see a headline which says, hey, I help recruitment companies in Sydney uh, just do something for about 20 to 50K. Oh my god, I am gone by that. I'm impressed by that person. I'll press the connection request and I'll just want to message them how much I love their headline, because there are people who are bullshitting, pardon my language, but who are bullshitting on LinkedIn and saying, I do outreach, content, conversation, everything for you within $1,000. Really? $1,000? Let's come to conversation. Conversation is DMs, right? I'm just not talking about DMs. I'm talking about inbound and outbound, two major streams, right? That the whole online world is divided on. It's a very big thing. Facebook ads, LinkedIn ads, YouTube ads. Now there are ads on Threads as well, there are ads on X as well. Then you have different things like doing DMs, like what I offer. Sell by chat, I only offer DMing, nothing else. I don't care about your offer. I'm just going to close people for you. Then there is DM closing, DM setting, who are called DM setters, DM closers. Then there is conversation, who will build funnels for you, who will build lead magnets for you, who will build the whole three-tier website funnel for you. Do you really think somebody's offering that within all the three C's for $1,000 to you? I just pray for them. I can do nothing. Then you're like conversation, right? Buy in, maybe payment pages, closing it again, closing the deals you're coming in, and setting up the whole business idea. Finances could be something. I just don't know how people are doing it together, and how can they really promise something so weird. I know people on the tip of my tongue right now, the creators who are claiming this. Can't do it, like can't do it. It will, I don't know. I won't be able to sleep. Like if I had to do this almost 1 year back, I would have done this blindfolded. I would have said, I do this for you. For $1,000, hire me for that place. Today I can't say it. I can't even claim. I was talking to one of my clients today, who asked her, "Hey, how could you?" She invested almost 50K in a content course, and she was sharing the bad experience she had. And I just said, hey, I'm not the person to talk about content. I just gave her two advices. Hook is everything, call to actions, increase the retention of the prospects. I don't know about anything. You have to experiment. After writing 2000 plus pieces, now I can just say those two things, nothing else. Every single day, even I'm thinking, will it go viral? Will it not? Will it convert? Will it not? What the hell did I write wrong? It's, you have to understand, every person on this earth is trying to sell you something, and don't be so dumb to be bought in by that. and don't be the bigger dumb to sell all that. I know you will find, if you really understand me right now in this video, you will know there are LinkedIn people doing that. And when you read the headline, you are going to be like, I hope I can report this profile. Because you know what it is doing, the more I'm working with clients and they purchase my products, they have one on one access with me, they jump on calls with me, they really tell me those traumatic experience, how much financially, mentally they lost it when they purchase such a bullshit of a product or a course or a person. And it really pains me because I have done that, but I have been very strategic with my decision. Thankfully all my three mentors are like my biggest movers in the business. But like, please be very aware about this digital world. Not everybody will sell you the value. Everybody's trying to sell you. So do you really think you can buy all the things? No. It's better to experiment. It's better to learn from one thing and do it, and you will know a way to do it. Certainly, like there is no way even God can fail you for that. So I hope you get the. I know I could be very motivated on this topic, but why I'm doing that is because now I really cringe at seeing my past version on LinkedIn who used to comment about 300 times every single day for 8 hours. I'm not kidding. There are many of my connections, you ask them today, I used to do that. Most of my credit of having 20k followers, almost till 15k, goes to those comments, because commenting gives you the uncertain reach and the potency to grow on LinkedIn, and you're seen everywhere and people follow you up. But I couldn't make money. I'm sorry. The only thing that made me money was $330 through my digital products, the playbook I showed you, and other three of them. Nothing else. Nothing else. I wish I could have DM'd people more. I wish I could have produced lead magnets much more better. I wish I could have produced better content, learn what writing means. Just sitting for 1 hour and writing my post together, repurposing content. I wish I would have written more offers, failed at them, booked no calls, zero show up rates. I would have learned so much more by that instead of like painfully waking up, commenting, and sleeping. It's not going to solve everything. If you're watching this video is going to be free for everyone. I'm just going to tell you that. Um, and why I want to do this is because if people listen to this, I hope they stop selling bullshit, doing bullshit on the internet, and not treat people like toys, especially with their money. Please take care that people are really earning hard. Some people aren't making that much money. Don't exploit them so much. Try to, I'm not even saying help them, but don't at least exploit it. Better be zero than be minus 10. So, hope that helps you. Pardon me for my language. I hope it gets to your heart and you will be a better person than me as well and make a hell lot of money. Let's go to, so she cannot be a ghostwriter. So what we are going to take on is she is doing done for you LinkedIn content that builds authority, attracts deal clients, etc. That's like the part and parcel. Content promises that. Helping founders, consultants, and leaders to go visible, to in demand, etc. Right? I write in your voice, tell your story, and craft a strategy so your content works for your business. All you do is show up and talk, maybe like an onboarding call or a bi-weekly check-in. This has to be important because it just tells them that you will be present for them, right? So full version, like, so now she's explaining it very well. So, and we'll discuss all this and we'll put this into chat GPT. But if you don't have all this, you can just speak it all into chat GPT, right? So please do that. And I'll just tell you, if you are watching this video, you can go to, I'll come up here. Let me come up. I don't know if you're able to see this or not, but many. So this is the video, right? Please watch this please do this. Like, this is the sell by chat thing. I would suggest this. You should be watching, and I have to change the thumbnails here. Where is it? I should have posted that. Wow. Um, I don't know where is it. No problem. Still. So there is a video that I have on Loom here. Uh, if you are in this video right now, I will be uploading this my another video just after that. So here is that video, just right in the bottom. Chat GPT writes my full business in 2 hours. This is the one video that I am actually talking about right now. And if you are about sell by chat and all these things, you can watch it. But I'm going to upload more in-depth videos that are going to help you out here. So, anyways, let's come back to it. So let's read everything. I will be, you have to understand one thing. I am reading for a document, from a document, right? Because my client, Miss A, has already prepared that. She talked for hours with ChatGPT to get it together, right? You will also have to talk it to ChatGPT. Don't waste hours and hours just writing all the stuff. You will change it a million times, so don't try to do it. Speak it, it goes more fast. So I'll speak it right now, reading that document into ChatGPT, and we are going to feed ChatGPT what we actually want. Right? So let's start it with a fresh version of it. Let's go here. Um, I hope it clicks. Let's check this once if AI talks it when I change the tabs. Um, hey ChatGPT, so I am trying to prepare a whole version of my business details. That I am a ghostwriter. Okay, it is tracking. That I am a ghostwriter who wants to help uh, executive business sorry the executive coaches of business, right? Because my client changed it, go from invisible to in demand through done for you LinkedIn content that brings authority, attracts dream clients, and drive leads. It could be I write in your voice, tell your story, craft a strategy, so your content works for your business. All you do is show up to talk. I handle the words. ChatGPT, I'll explain it more and I'll go through it. I help I'll help executive founders. I don't know the ICP that she has updated, but I remember executive. So you should take that like executive coaches, or I don't know, it would be head or someone. Go from invisible to in demand with done for you LinkedIn content that builds authority, attracts dream clients, and drive leads. My clients reclaim 40 plus hours monthly while scaling what truly matters in their business. It could be even more than 40, so ChatGPT, please take note of that. Um, Here's how we'll do it. I sit down with you for a bi weekly 60-minute call to get the feedback, understand your voice, what are the next steps that I can take into improving the content as well. I create high converting content done for you that sounds exactly like you. I audit your content monthly so we can double down on what works. So this statement has to be more precise. In what way and in what frequency I am actually going to like check in their content monthly. No generic post, no content mills, just words, strategy, and ideas that turn into avatar. So what I'm thinking, ChatGPT, about my ICP is we'll take it from executive coaches from 35 to 55 age range. They are based off US, UK, and Canada. That is the first tier income countries, not the third tier ones. Income, they have to be doing almost 6 to 8 figures annually. That is the, we are talking about ARR here. Minimum, they should be doing at least 10K, because if they are not able to do 10K, that they won't be able to pay the price for the offer as well that I have to give to them. Budget, they should be willing to invest almost 2500 per month $2,500 per month on premium content services. So who they are successful founders. They're not founders, they are executive coaches, leadership level professionals with established personal brands, running high ticket services or businesses, not beginners, and they know what they have because the age range also says the same as well. Well settled in business or leadership, already have clients and revenue, but want to scale their personal brand. So what I'm thinking here, ChatGPT, is that they have already a settled up business and they understand how it's going to work like, but maybe now they are understanding that for every successful business there has to be a personal brand behind it. So that is my whole mindset behind putting this offer. So value LinkedIn as a key visibility and thought leadership. Even if they don't do it, I have to be the person to make them believe that LinkedIn actually works for them. Goals are build and maintain a strong presence, they become a respected authority, a thought leader, attract dream clients, or they get maximum inbound leads that they can with their content. Build trust, visibility, want their real voice represented in content. Like if they are fearsome, we say that. If they are bold, very clear, we do that. If they are shy, introverted in nature, we do that. If they are analytical in some way, we can even do that. Reclaim time, focus on high value business activities and challenges and obstacles. They are too busy to manage LinkedIn. First of all, maybe they don't know how to do it or what's the best way for it. So we do it for them as well. There is no time or desire to think about what to post, frustrated with low quality or generic content, skeptical of cheap writers who can't match their voice. They understand the value of content. Even if they don't, I'm repeating my point, GBT, that I should be the person to make them understand that it can actually work out. Decision triggers will pay premium for someone who understands like the whole reversal of the bad things that could happen. Creates content that sounds exactly like them, frees them to manage and just stare at the blank screen, not knowing what to think, delivers quality consistently without micromanagement, is proactive and is able to show up on the calls as well. Where they hang out is they come to LinkedIn maybe because they are hiring. We don't know. They could be doing that. Premium communities for C-suite executives and consultant or coaches. Some may be active on podcast, newsletter, etc. because they are well established. So they could be going on that. Emotional and psychological profiling, I'm going to uh, give it to you right now. So, and even the 10 wants, aspirations, we will be. So let us wait for ChatGPT to write it down. I'm afraid that if I switch the tab, it will remove all the audio that's there. So this is how you should talk to GPT. Even if you fumble in between, it's cool. It's cool. Like ChatGPT never cares about that. Even with other AI, if you are using Grok or something, don't try to. I hope you noticed I'm using free ChatGPT. So if you're really thinking I'm using Pro one, I'm not. Literally. If you see your captions, products, carousel content, email and offers and late magnets, I literally have feeded these five things so much with all the sell by chat knowledge that if I say them to do one thing, they'll produce the whole thing together. Look, there is a bold statement about AI that ChatGPT is only as smart as the user. The more you feed it, the more it blurts out. So the more I'm feeding it right now, the better offers or ICP or business clarity this is going to give me. So let's say you were just thinking, you can just think and talk to your laptop. Like even if your family thinks you're weird, let them think that. Grab a bottle of water and keep on talking. This could be 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. I don't care. Block off some time in the morning, especially. I see that people especially, this is the same case that happened with Miss A during creation of this offer. So she joined my cohort. She was trying to create the offer, and she was just overwhelmed with every single thing that was happening. So she's new. She's not new, but she is new to this whole no BS process, right? So it could take you time to really know how to talk to ChatGPT. But if you see me talking to it, you will know that this is how it's done, right? You will even see me that I'll fight with ChatGPT. Like, this is not what I want. Like, go to hell. I don't care. But you really have to know that just talking to ChatGPT, this information can really help you wonders after some time to produce your content, to produce your emails. Not just write the whole thing, but they will help you edit it very well. Because once you feed it very well with the knowledge, it gives you out very good results. So I would say that, especially if I talk about Miss A, the client we are working on right now, right? So she was just so overwhelmed. I just said that it might be that you're overwhelmed because you're not stopping. She said she was talking to ChatGPT for hours and hours. I just said, take a break, please. Take a break of a day, of a night, of 2 days, and block of a time of at least 4 hours or 3 hours just together on a very early morning, right? Wake up and the first thing that you do is this, right? Or maybe you get freshen up or etc. You go to the gym, and after this is the first thing you block off the first thing in the morning. She did that and she was much clearer. Sometimes it is just the stress we are carrying from such a long time and overwhelm things, and maybe especially if you are in a cohort, if you are in a event, a course, you might get overwhelmed with the information that you get. So take a pause, take a chill pill. You know you have to implement, so just take it in, take the medicine in, and now you know you have to give your body to repair it, right? So please wait for it. Block off some time to really implement it and check it out. If somebody is teaching you how to build a lead magnet, I'm going to make a video on it, so you have to wait for it. But if somebody is teaching you that, I know it could be overwhelming. Maybe they are using a hell ton of tools. You don't need them. Please, please, please. If you really think I'm investing somewhere, no, heck not, don't do it. I'm going to bring out some disclaimer points in this video after a while, so please wait for that as well. But just don't. Sometimes it's just emotional carrying or the overwhelm you have done. Please wait it. Wait for the next day. Block off. Think clearly and just warm it out in front of ChatGPT. So it's your emotional AI friend. So please do it. So let's paste, because this is a whole lot of document. If you see here, I wanted to explain this to you, right? So she has brought this. So she learned all of this in my cohort, like how to bring out the different uh, phases of the business. So you have to understand this very clearly. What we are doing right now, because some people might even be confused what the hell she's doing right now. I am describing my business, what I do, whom should I do it for, to ChatGPT. That's all. Oh, I didn't know that the name was visible for Radhika. Yes, so let's call her Radhika. Much more clear than that. So she learned all of that in the cohort. I will show you my own notion that how I do it. So I have this offer doc here. So if you see this, I first describe my ICP, right? Who need my solution. Then the headline, what I am knowing to be doing. Then ICP qualifications, right? Just like Radhika described it here, right? What they are facing, what are their goals and aspiration, where they are, professional profile. This is just like preparing their resume, right? What's their age, what their profile. So this is my ICP that I am describing here. And then 20 doubts. I want to explain this. These five things are very important. After we have done this in ChatGPT, let's do one thing. Uh, put it here. No, not from here. We did all that. And let me. It's a long document. Look at how she has prepared everything. She has just prepared this talking to ChatGPT, right? In the cohort, the last session was about offer designing, and that's what she did, right? So that's it. Okay, copy it. You don't need a document. I don't know how many times do I have to say it. You don't need this document. The way this document is built is chat gpt. You just sit there for hours, talk to gpt what you want to do. Even if you say, hey Vidya, I don't know who my icp is, whom should I serve, nobody has that idea. We know that because we have experimented so much. I have had 4 failed businesses doing dumbest mistake you can imagine, splurging over 6 figures on ruthless stuff that I never needed, right? So I'm just telling you that you really don't need that stuff right now. That building this, or you need to prepare, and you are asking me that, hey, how to do this Google Doc and prepare it for me, or oh, how do I get this Google Doc? You will build this Google Doc after talking to ChatGPT. You'll just see that when I feed all this to ChatGPT, how it's going to give me another business doc, and that's what I call it, the business description doc or the business doc, which has all of my business details which I wanted to say out loud in a more refined way that ChatGPT is put onto. Note, nobody has to see it. You don't have to post it online. This is just for you. It is just for your clarity on what your business is about, what you're going to do, and how your offer is going to look like, right? So, about the 20 doubts, right? Now, these are 20 doubts which your ICP has. I'm not just saying you need 20 doubts, you need 10 doubts, you need 5, 15, 50. I don't care. The more you can get, the better. These doubts help you know what is the objection of the industry, what is the objection of your ICP, and how it works, right? So 20 doubts is just like that. Like you really understand, okay, how are they facing those battles? For me, for the person who is selling sell by chat, right? How to how to have people make money from their DMs. So the biggest objection is like, hey, how do I start the conversation? How do I send a connection request? How the hell do I recognize that this profile is worth looking at or worth connecting with? How should I deal with this objection? How should I answer that this is not for me right now? How should I close the call? Should I send a calendar link? Should I not? Will I be able to close the deal by today? Will I be able to close the deal in 6 months? These are all the doubts that the ICP has for me. This is my ICP, and it's my duty to know what they are actually suffering with. So these are 20 doubts. I have taken 20, you can take any number in the world you want to. But please remember, ChatGPT can't give you a big number together. So you will have to distribute it into 10, 10, 10 parts, right? So you can do 10 doubts, 10 doubts again. So it will make it 20 together. Then it comes to 20 pays. Now, what is actually really frustrating them from actually making them, like, it's really stopping them from making money from their DMs, what it could be, right? So, how are they really suffering that? Then, 20 frustrations. I know it might sound ridiculous to you that these three are simple things, but that's how I divide it. You don't need to, you can just work upon pains. You can just do 20 pains, that's all, because it should describe what is actually troubling them right now. If you can't really put your hand on the wound, it will never sell. Never. Never ever will it sell. So you really have to know that the pain or the pain description that you will get out of ChatGPT, it's very, very important. So, and then comes 20 aspiration. Now, we have talked all about pain. Now it comes to aspirations. What do they want? Right? Do they want money? Do they want a freedom lifestyle? Do they want $1 million business? Do they want to get money without showing their face, just like faceless YouTube channels? Do they want to make money without having any social media presence and just by email list? How do they want to do it? Do they just want to land speaking gigs? What do they want? These are aspirations which they are thinking when they are sleeping on the bed and just thinking, wow, how my life could be if I accomplished all this. These are 20 aspirations. You have to find out, not them. Then comes 20 wants or results. Now, this is tangible. This is something that can be seen, tracked, and felt. They want to make 1 million. They want to free up 40 plus hours. They want to like speak at TEDx or something. These are very tangible results that you are getting them. The ROI, exactly right. The return on the investment, this is that. And then I have prepared like the summary of results, just like in 5 lines. What do they want? 5 booked calls per month. For some people, even 5 book calls are too much, right? It's really really good for them. 50% conversion, 5 to 10k MRR, like that's the sustainable. People don't know how much is monthly and what's the difference between MRR and monthly. MRR is you're doing it again and again every single month. Maybe they want 2 referrals per month, 30% upsells and 3x ROI in 6 months. Efficiency, 5 hours per week on sales, automated follow ups, etc., in 1 day off. Confidence, they need 70% close rate, authentic scripts, and pride in business. This is for me, this was my business talk. Support, they need some ongoing trainings, how to really upgrade your sales tactics, because I teach sell by chat. And reputation, that your brand is also growing with them. So this was my offer doc. This is what I talked all to ChatGPT. Maybe it's a question in your head. Okay, how the hell did you write all that? Right? Let's say here. Did I delete the qualifications? Wow. So ICP research, right? You can ask me, oh, whether did you write this? No, not even a single word. GPT wrote all this for me. And you will right now witness GPT writing all it for Radhika as well. So that she is more clear in her head what is going to happen. So let's go to GPT. So GPT, now you have all the details of whom I serve, what I want to do, and etc. things. Can you please prepare a whole business summary for me with all of the headlines, sub-headlines, and so that I'm clear? Don't use any emojis at all. Keep the language very, very clear. No jargons, no long dashes, and please prepare my business document. Okay. I haven't pasted all that. I haven't. So let's paste it. I think I forgot. Let's go here. So this is all what Radhika wants to deliver to her audience. She has already found the 10 fears, 10 frustrations, and you need to describe all this to ChatGPT. You need to think, and that is why I'm saying it could take you 4 hours to just describe all this. It should. This is one of the most leveraging things you'll ever do in your business. If you don't know whom you serve, what you do you really think you can move forward? And you can't even invest 4 hours, and you can invest 4 hours in commenting BS on LinkedIn? I don't know. I don't know what's a greater ROI for you. So here is that. Let's copy. Here we are. Paste. You'll see the magic. Let's do it. Right. So let's say you have spoken to ChatGPT for 1 hour. That is why I said kept water. Like I'm thirsty right now. So keep the water bottle. Just look at that. The whole business overview. It's more chopped down, more clear, and the more clear you speak, right, the more you feed into it. I didn't speak that much into the AI, right? Because it's Radhika's document and she knew what she wanted. She has spoken to GPT for almost I think she spoke almost, I think 6, 7 hours, what she told me, like for 3 consecutive days. This can take you days to prepare, right? I'm not saying wait for 1 week. In my personal perspective, if you really have a clarity in your mind, even if you have a bit of clarity, right, it can't take you more than 4 hours to do all of the process which I'll be doing right now with you. All the process to replicate the whole video for yourself. It cannot. Either you are just dragging yourself with AI or you really don't know about business. I hope it's not either one of them, but if you really have some bit of clarity, AI will help you clear all the mess and only give you the things that actually matter. So this is business overview, authority-led content, this and that, high income leaders. You don't have to read it really naturally, etc. Like I just spoke it to you. ChatGPT just sorted it all up and gave it to me. the problem they face, etc., etc., what they want. Here is that solution, what I offer. Sit down twice a month, 12 to 16. Now we have to chop this for her. I'll tell you why I said that. Complete content ownership, process, who this is for, not for, etc., etc. Investment. This is like a offer doc itself. It just gave it away. That's all. Final. Awesome. Let's go and paste this for Radhika. Um, this was her offer doc, to be very clear, like authority content that sounds like. Just after I copy paste it, I'll come back to it and I say what blunder she has done here. It could help you as well. I hope Radhika will not kill me after watching this video. Anyway, so let's start from here. This is, let's write for the business doc. Let's turn it to heading one. You don't even need Notion. Please don't feel intimidated that I'm using Notion. Heck not, you don't need it. You need a G-Doc and just to do the things very well. That's all. Business doc, business overview. Let's chop it, make it more clear for her. Business doc. I don't know why ChatGPT puts the slashes now. Why it does that? Don't even know that. Let's say she promises 15. Now, why I didn't give her age? See, your clients want a very predictable outcome or a deliverable, right? So if Radhika says that it's 12 to 16, either it's going to be a fight if she delivers 12, or either it's going to be a lot of work if she has to do 16. You have to be very, very precise in the numbers you put there. Can you really put a range on this offer, like you can pay me anywhere around 2000 to 5000? Like weird, like almost absurd, right? You can't do that. Imagine you are doing this to your client, 12 to 16. Should they guess now? No, they are not a kid whom you are playing a guessing game with. So be very precise with your tangible outcomes, with your tangible deliverables. 15 for 15 post, 60 minutes bi-weekly call, give them that on the clock. Give them more, I don't care about that. So what my mentor always used to say was, you better over deliver than over promising. So just don't just don't play with the numbers, right? Not one time. It's bi-weekly. I don't know what it's typing. Bi-weekly. Done for you. 1000. These long dashes, please never include that. These are the very definite signs like you have used ChatGPT. So you need to remove it with this dash or maybe a comma or maybe three dots. Could be anything. Key benefits, final positioning, cut it down. So this is a business talk, all completed, right? Let's work on our main offer doc. This is the offer doc which she can send in the DMs or she can open in the sales call and she can send on WhatsApp while closing the deal. So let's build this for her as well. Heading 1, Stuart. Wow, it's raining right now. It has been a long video. I don't know how much long it could be because now comes the good part. This is all about the business talk. This is all for you. This is all for Radhika to see. Nobody ever will see this, right? She can keep on changing, she can remove this, she can put this to trash. This is all for her. You're not going to put it online. So you can be as blunt, as confused as possible. But let ChatGPT know that you're thinking about refining. Like, hey, I don't know, I'm thinking about doing this and doing that. So can you tell me what are the better options for the industry? ChatGPT will tell you that. So where is the industry headed? Where is that? You can go to YouTube, you can go to Reddit, you can read the threads and really Quora. You can go to these platforms and really check the brutal comments that are there and see how is this working. Is the niche actually active? Is it actually working? You know how I do it? If you go to, let's go to Amazon. Um, so, Amazon. Let's search for Alex Hormozzi's book, 100 million. Alex Hormozzi's book will never have a 3-star review. That's the thing. 100 million book, it will come around. Okay, let's leave Alex Hormozzi's one. Let's come here. So, if you really think that will this niche actually work, will this not? I am telling you my research process. Um, let's say you are an SEO, no, you are a Facebook ads expert, right? Let's say you really want to serve Facebook ads. You want to really do Facebook ads. Search simple keyword. This is option number one, and I really like it. Go to MetaMastery. Um, you know what you need? You need to come to the stars, and you need to see what people are writing here. Anything that they are writing, it's good for you. A 3-star review can be a 5-star offer for you. If the book didn't solve something, it means people are still struggling right now. So this is one way to do it. Now you come to Google Trends, right? I think most of you might be knowing this with Google Trends. So you come here, you say Facebook ads. Let's see. Let's see with face. So you can see the trend, right? You don't have to study it for hours and hours. Please remember that. So you can see how the trend is going on, etc. I don't preferably ever go to Google Trends. You know where I go to? This is something my mentor did all the time. So let's go to YouTube and let's search Facebook ads. So come around here, right? Let's open up any topic. Let's come to Iman Galshi. I You can hear it all, like what's going on, what's not. Now read the comments. These comments could really be a gold mine to you. Like what people are actually suffering could really be here. Like what they are not able to get. That's how you get it. So these are certain ways that you can really catch upon doing. Go like it could be Google Trends, YouTube, comments or the description or anything else is are the videos in Facebook ads getting over 1 million plus views? If it is getting a lot of views, it means a lot of people are searching for it. Anything that you see, if you write tea, if you just write tea on Amazon, and if the search bar gives you t-shirt, it means people are searching for t-shirt a lot. So you need to catch up on the trends, like the trends, and this gives you one awareness advice. Everything on your digital screen, Amazon, you are buying something, you are ordering something, um, you are just doom scrolling. Everything is a study point for you. Not saying in a literal professor way. I'm not telling you to do that, but you can enjoy doing that and you can really learn something from it. Like, hey, I really enjoy Mr. Beast video, but he spends 120k grants on a thumbnail. So what does he write? Why does he write it? What's the psychology behind it? If you really know Mr. Beast reels of him running with bags of money went viral, and he was explaining this to Mark Zuckerberg that hey, I know that when you don't have a language barrier, if I don't speak, it goes viral because everyone can understand it. They catch on trends, so you have to. So let's turn a better offer for her. So now this is ain't gonna be complicated, but this could be a little tricky going back and forth, right? So let's put the screen here. I don't know really if you're able to see this or not, but let's go. I have split screen. Let's open a new window. I think I won't be able to. So I will scroll, or maybe I can speak here and like going back and forth. You can split screen, or you can open on your phone and you can speak on a laptop. But I think the Loom will shut if I use a split screen. So let's come around with the book. I think it will talk awesome. Oh, where is that? Close. Here is it. Right. This doc's work is done. Let's come here. So I'll read it one by one. And let's say you now have a business doc, right? Now I'm going to do a number of series of steps. You'll need to hear it very properly, otherwise, you'll never prepare a good offer. Never, right? So there are three offer docs I really, really believe in. Uh, where is the first one? Okay. Word doc. Let's come here. And I'll explain you what a good offer docs look like. Start here. This is John Bruso's offer. He is on LinkedIn. He is kind of a person who sells for solopreneurship and side hustle, etc. So this is the offer, right? Like what happens, what not, etc., etc. I will post this video on YouTube. So if you go to the description of them, right, you will find these offer docs as well. So you can copy paste it and you can do exactly the same why these offer docs work, and you can copy paste into your GPT as well. So why this works, right? Why this offer works? This is offer doc number one, and we are going to copy paste into GPT, and we'll tell GPT to follow it strictly. So how does John writes his offer? He is famous for his one pager offer template, right? So he says this month I'm helping five people start their first ever 2000 month side hustle by writing about what interests them on sites like LinkedIn and X. Over the next 3 months, we'll add or fix the three keys of a side hustle stack so you know how to buy freedom and make more money. Let's study why this offer actually works, right? So, why is it so workable, or why is it able to sell for itself, right? So, let's study this much. First of all, why this line is important is that some people fake urgency, but you shouldn't, right? So, what you can do instead of that is that this month I'm helping five people. You know what it does? Like, hey, I just have five seats. Do you want to fill up one of them? It's not fake urgency, it's about being precious enough. Do you know how Jordans have lines of people just to purchase them? People go crazy. They are outside from the night before. That's how you create the scarcity, not fake urgency. You have to be scarce enough. You have to be precious enough, not the fake urgency one. Like, hey, $20 off done in 24 hours. Like nobody cares about that. First of all, so don't try to do it. And he now gives you the time commitment that will work, right. Just a keynote. He sells a program. You are not selling a program. You shouldn't if you're really starting out. Please don't sell a program when you're starting out. Only once you become really potent in that niche, you have a heck lot of testimonials, you know how it works, then you start with a program or a community. It's hard work. Don't try to exploit people if you really don't know how your niche works, right? Don't try to be the god when you haven't even known how to be a human enough. So don't try to do it. Number one is your side hustle starting point. So this is his offer, this is his name, and that is why you can see he has put trademark things, right? Though it's not like he has trademarked it, but it's important for you to put it that nobody can copy your terms as well. People can copy, we don't know, but you particularly shouldn't. This is how he has named his, right? So you should do. Your side hustle is much more less stressful when you know what you're going to sell. It makes marketing much easier and enjoyable because you know the direction you need to head into. This is why the first thing we'll do together is outline your side hustle. Starting point with me one on one and quickly build side offer. Validate it with your first client. And then on step two is describing side hustle selling system. He is going into the selling system, etc. and side hustle scaling as well. So this is more about simplifying and etc. stuff. So he has three tiers to do it. Now just see how he's divided and written the whole offer. So timeline. So phase one, I didn't offer this in past. So this is not about fake urgency or telling you, oh, how good he is. No. He's telling you he's doing something special only this time. But as a side hustler, you'll get a crystal clear in a one-on-one call with me. Your side offer, your legend strategy, your scaling system. I want you to have a cash flowing side business in the future, etc. He talks about it. Phase two, what happens? These are the most important point of your offer. Please know that. The way you describe the phases, right? No matter if it's done for you one on one or digital product, done with you offer, I don't care. The way you describe the process will help reduce uncertainty in your prospect's mind. They're going to be like, oh, I'm all clear how this works out. You are going to be like, hey, you are going to get 10%. How the heck? You don't ask me enough. I'm your client. You don't know how I want to talk online. How did it work? So, the more clear the process is, if you have watched Squid Games, right? Squid Game 3 came along, and my brother was watching it today. So, I just saw they were playing Daruma, right? The red light, green light game. And this instructions are very clear. The more clear they are, the more people can follow, right? It is just like when I turn your heads towards you, you stop. When I turn my heads uh, like against you, you can walk. Simple. The more you complicate the steps, the more worse it can get for your client or for your prospect. You'll understand that you get community access to John Doe's and Side Hustler. Ask us whatever you get and a custom advice pack, the only needed plan, etc. So this is his community, right? Don't take his words and copy it. Don't be that dumb person, right? Be smart enough that he is doing that for his community. He has a program based community. So you are not selling a program, you are not selling a community, you are selling a done for you offer. So the deliverables will be very, very different. Please don't think you need to have 20 deliverables. You can just have two deliverables, but they have to be very good enough. They have to be worth the price and the worth the ROI. It has to be that much. Weeks 2 and 8, so the phase 3. Why John hasn't written week 4? What's the difference between week 2 and 8? Why is he giving a range? You know why? Because sometimes life business can happen. You never know how the progress can go around with you, with your client. You never know that. That is why putting a range is much more safer for you. As a person who's selling it, you cannot just say week 4. If you say week 4, right, your client is going to watch on his clock when it takes week 4 and they're going to be like, hey, where's the result? But if you have a range, right, you are safe. If you deliver before time, congratulations. But even if you deliver within the limit, cool enough. So you are safe at both the ends. You don't have to give excuses or you don't have to explain them that, hey, how's it going to work out? Then phase three is describing at this point you are in control of your time, predictable system, etc. etc. Have you noticed something? The way he's talking in the offer, please don't think you have to write it. GPT will write it all for you, but you'll have to talk a lot. So the way it happens is that it's not about just that let's tap this into GPT. Like I'm explaining this all to you. Why not let GPT capture all that? So light went back. It's raining thunderstorms. So ChatGPT, I'm going to explain you the whole instruction that I will have for my own offer. So I hope You can take in all that, and when I'm preparing my own offer doc, you can work for it as well. So investment, right? So he's talking about investment. It's easy to get started in creators who convert. Let me check once. Okay, it is going to. It is trapping my voice. So, because it allows you to make more money. Heck, one client will be enough to more than cover your fee. Your investment is $1,000 now, or you can pay two installments of 525, 525. So he has made it easy for you. You don't have to offer split payments if you don't want to. You're free to leave once your 3 months are up, or you can stay for $1,000. Love it or leave it policy. Now, I this is one of my favorite parts in an offer, and just see how the way these people are writing it, who are making $1 million. Side hustle HQ is an asset, not a liability. You are free to leave whenever and make no further payments. If you leave, you are unable to rejoin for a year. Guarantees and promises, no guarantees and big promises or refunds. I love how John is so clear that hey, there is no guarantee. You know what it does? I mean, some people will be like, oh, there is no guarantee, right? But what it tells me is that he is so clear that you will get the result. The more clear you are in, I will get you the result. Why do you need the guarantee? The only people who give you guarantee is that it might not work for you. In a nutshell, this is one of the most important parts for your own offer, because it actually tells you what was above in a very short manner. Very important. So, phase one, what the hell it was, phase two, phase three. To how to join creators, now this is your call to action. Very, very, very important stuff, right? Step one, email, etc. I'm in, right? First of all, John has a whole team for him, right? So please put your email here, right? Be confident enough. Or you can just say, hey, reply back to this offer doc with I am in. Step three, I'll welcome you to Side Hustle HQ today. And some testimonials. Some very good testimonials, right? If you don't have testimonials, all cool, but if you have some good comments about you, etc., etc., please do them, right? Let's move on to my favorite offer ever. It's Taki Muri offer. Let me show you both of these people if you don't know them. Let me go to where it must be. Here. Let's stop ChatGPT and let it write. So this is by Taki Mirror, right? Let's cut this down. So let me first show you both of these people. I think I can find them on Instagram. Let me search. Let me search for John Russell. It's John Russell. So here is him, the first one pager offer doc. He hasn't posted it, but he's very active on LinkedIn. And if I come to Taki, I think I've already followed him. So this is Taki, the offer we are going to talk about. If you haven't read his book, I don't know the title. It's the $1 million coaching system. I really don't know. It's on my WhatsApp. It's something I cannot miss, and I cannot ever put it into words that it's for free right now. I don't know how it is, and my face is again gone. I don't know why. But anyways, so with the August Black Belt group, let's read it, right. How is he naming him? Like his title word is, or some people have these phrases, right? Like Nike has one, other brands will have one, etc. Like if you know Lara Costa from LinkedIn, she has literally she speaks a lot, and now her academy is named that. So he has Black Belt as that name, right? I'm not saying you go into that trouble and thinking about it. Though if you want to, please do it. Let's open GT again. So I'm going to work with a handful of coaches to build a 1 million lifestyle empire this year. Here's what we are doing. Our goal is simple, to get you $1 million a year in just 4 days a week. Leads every day, sales every week, and clients who stay with you for years. Money, meaning, and a lot of freedom. I have built our business to 8 figures, traveling the world barefoot and caffeinated. We have helped 3,000 plus coaches go faster than they thought possible. Big clients like Dan Martell, etc., as well hundreds micro celebrities in their niche. Over the past last years, 15 years, we have helped them build 7 to 8 figure. And 2025, it could be your turn. You have got a great reputation because we have only take clients we know we can help. It's a small group, so I'm looking for the best fit here. What he did here, do you know that? He describe you what he's going to do that. Like he's helping you do this. The dream outcome has to come first. What's the goal? What's his story? And epic testimonials. And he tells you that it's scarcity. He only looks for a small group. If you're reading emails from him, he refunds you the whole thing if you are not the best fit. He really does that. And this is all storytelling. The way he does that, it's simply awesome. This won't work for you. So he tells that if you're all this, it can't work for you. But if you, so he tells you, if you're all this, it will work for you. If you have actual skills, if you have clients already, if you take direction well, etc., this will work very well. The plan is simple enough phases. I already said before, this is one of the most important things. Phase 1, 2 months of leads, clients, and money. The first 2 months will be tactical, focused on putting enough money in your bank account. We'll start with one on one game plan. We used offer chases. We'll deploy 10K in 10 minutes, etc. In a mixed small group, we'll sharpen your offer, messaging, and sales process. Phase 1 is all about this and this. If you notice, the way he talks changes everything. It's we, and I, right? And it's nothing jargon based, like it's no difficult language that people cannot ever understand. Strategy and growth. He tells you what's inside that, etc. Like generate leads, the audience amplifier, 100 lead bundle, or bandwidth, etc., and everything else. Phase 3 scaling, right? And this whole phase thing, right, it includes more than 60% of his offer. And he describes all the steps in phase 3. What we'll do with your lead gen, sales, delivery playbooks, etc. We'll make it easy to get started and get ROI quickly. It's $1,500 to get started, $2,000 in a month. So it means after a month, the first month is 1,500. Then after that, it's 2,000, and then 2,500 for the following month. So first month 1,500, second month 2,000. After that, it's this. After that, we'll go month to month as long you are loving it and making progress. We make it profitable addiction, etc. It pays for itself in the first 60 days. Now, just look at how he describes the love it, leave it policy. I would highly suggest you to just take in that thing, like name it, love it, leave it. People love it that way. We in by the end of phase 1, we'll both know if you want to keep working or not, right? Maybe after a month or etc. So you can have the love it or leave it period. If something's not right or either of us isn't feeling it, we'll just tear up the agreement and walk away as friends. You know what this line did? He doesn't have to give you any guarantee right now. He just doesn't has to. He just twisted it and manipulated in such a way that, hey, if you don't like it, we'll just walk away. All cool. And you, as the person reading it, as the person reading the offer, you'll feel like, wow, that's such a guarantee. If I don't feel like, I leave it. Right? As long as both we are good, we move up to scaling you up in phase 2 and 3. So there's no risk to get starting, is there? And then he says, if you are this, he again repeats the qualification, the ICP qualification, and the last one, which I really like, he says, and you won't get distracted by my devastating handsomeness and my striking Australian accent. So something for fun in the offer. So he just makes it so simple for the call to action. Just see this. We kick off August 5, this. Click here to apply and we'll review an application and let you know in 24-48 hours. And he gives you a bonus after that. As you join it, we'll give you the cash injection series. So one of the most profitable offers ever, and I'm addicted to it. I have read it for hours and hours. So let ChatGPT write all that. We'll copy paste both of these offers into GPT. We'll post our business details into GPT, and it's going to give us our offer doc. I hope you get it. So it's John's offer, copy paste. It's Taki's offer, copy paste it. Your business details, copy paste it. If you want to describe something, please do it. And then your new offer doc is ready to sell. Let's paste Takis. Takis is the best one. I'll just consider that much. I'm going to remove the additional bonus because Radhika is not going to give that. Hey ChatGPT, I have copy pasted Taki's offer with you. What I want to do is just with follow very strictly his offer, the way he has written it, but don't just copy paste it. I'm going to copy paste my own business details, and then you have to prepare my offer doc. That works for my business as a ghostwriter for the executive ones. So the template is Taki's offer and prepare my offer doc. So now I've given it some instruction. You can give it more, you can give it for hours. I don't care. But you really have to prompt it well. If you don't, good luck. Literally wasted a lot of your time just doing or watching my video. Because if you're not doing it the best way, if you're not feeding your offer the best way, it's not gonna work out. So let's see what it does. Okay. And please don't get frustrated if it doesn't give you the output in the first try, just like it did right now. It gave a bit, but the starting is not so good. So we are going to reprompt it again and let's see how it goes. Because sometimes GPT just performs weird. I don't know why, but it just does that. Let's go. Let's prompt it again. Awesome. Hey ChatGPT, first of all, you haven't followed Taki's Mure offer very correctly, very strictly. So the offer, if you see Taki's one, he has followed the scarcity formula, like how many people he is going to work out monthly with. Then the storytelling, what's the actual pain of people you are seeing? You haven't described that at all. And then you come to the implementation, the dream outcome again. Then you come to the phases, and then you come the guarantees and promises, which we are not giving at all because the done for you offer is meant to work for you, and then the call to action. So can you please really strictly follow Taki's offer and then create my offer? So now this is how it maybe it could even take 5 tries for you to do it. It sometimes takes me 10. I don't know why is that, but now it is talking. Okay, I think it's good. Whoa, cool enough. The plan. Oh my god, it's so cool. Wow. I should charge Radhika some commission on the offer if she sells it. It'll be really cool to see. All these long dashes have to be removed, right? Um, okay. Let's prompt GPT to do that. Hey ChatGPT, can you please remove all the long dashes that you're using? I don't want them at all. Don't change a single word that you have written in the offer. Just remove the long dashes and we are done with the offer doc. Keep it all the same. Only this um, minor update has to be done. I hope it doesn't change. Let's see. It did, right? Wow, good enough. Okay. Okay. Ra- Radhika's offer is here. Right. I'm going to just now we should think about the title, right? This is not a good title. Authority led lending. Nobody needs that. Okay, now let's work upon the title of this offer. Now I cannot write it just offer doc or something like that. Can you give me a very good title recommendations in about 4 to 5 words that I can name my offer, which really comes out with the pain, the dream outcome, and what I'm serving, and a subtitle as well. So now I've asked it to bring out my um, title and the subtitle. No, shit ones. It really is. Okay, let me give it some of my options. Like these are my offers. The way I prepared them is just following the same way. This was an on-spot offer, literally an on-spot offer. So, okay, let me copy it, paste it, and let's do. So let's say Taki's offer is named the August Black Belt Group. John's offer is known as the Side Hustle uh, Passive Solopreneur Group, and all of my examples that I've given you above. Can you give me some very good titles like that? And then define the subtitle which has a number inside it. It gives the dream outcome and very tangible outcomes that are going to get. So, wow, it is a long video, 142. But it's really worth it. Whatever I wanted to do in this video can really help you. LinkedIn Authority, um, no, I only like the first one. Let's name it LinkedIn Authority Lab. Um, let's subtitle it. Build a revenue ready brand. Okay. The offer doc should do the explaining as well, so we'll leave it at that as well. Let's convert it. Let's put it here. You will have to do some editing, no problem with that. Like make it at least clean enough. Even if you're using a JDoc, you can copy paste the same thing. Please do it, right? Don't make it so messy that they can't even read it out. So here it is. Don't color it, please. Like that makes it so unprofessional like that. So, and I would love to space it because when you read it on the phone, right, what I do every single time, right, is whenever I build an offer, whenever I build a product, opt-in page, I go to my phone and I check how it's looking. You have to do that. Literally, like if you can't do it, what you're doing. You have to know how it's looking from the phone optimization. It's very important. So let me put this in the table format. It looks more clean. Can you please put this information into a table format? So first of all, GPT has a default, I think. It just copy paste the very same thing on Notion. Notion has this default, but on Gamma, it's even the same. That is why I love using Gamma. But Google Doc, it's not going to work out that way, for sure. So see, it looks good enough in a table, right? So here it is, right? Um, yes. Let me cut it out. Let's cut this out. It should be same enough here. The plan, let's face it, for Let's paste it to, oh my god, where is it? Here is that. Outcome, we continue. Investment, love it or leave it policy. Awesome. No refunds, no guarantee. I, ChatGPT has been using the no flub word a lot. Like, um, I would rather say why my clients choose this, just to give it a more of a personal touch. That could be. We don't freaking need this. Final positioning now. I could rather name it. Is it worth the investment? Like, question them, right? This isn't just ghostwriting. This and this done for you. There is no risk. I would name it how to get started. Naming it clearly, putting it into better words is always a better thing. DM me authority. Like, not DM me, like, where do I DM you? You need to really think how very fluffing way, not like, I'm not saying a bad word, but the fluff way you write DM me, like, where the heck? Which platform? Where? It really is. I mean, you could feel stupid for thinking about this, but imagine there are some people who might not be clear. There are some people who are really new to this digital world and they don't know how it works. So, why could you do that? So, you just have to be very clear. Like, I always teach this in my cohort all the time. No matter I'm teaching them brand content or sell by chat, I just tell them teach your sorry, treat your clients like kids. You don't have to uh, think that they're dumb. No, they're not, right? But you have to do everything for them. Hold the spoon, bring the plate, and make them feed. Like every single thing on the tip of their hands. That is how you have to do. No matter how difficult or clumsy it is for you, but you have to do it no matter what. Because you are the person who has to make it smooth enough for them. Baby skin smooth. That's your duty, it's your accountability. Please do it. I have lost a deal and I have got a very bad testimonial just because the payment didn't go through 5 times. And the feedback that he gave me in the end was like, hey, I really struggled with the payment. And it still haunts me for the payment. Whenever my client is about to pay, I'm like, wow, my heart is beating up to my chest. It has now given me a trauma for a lifetime, like payment things. So I'm just telling you, the more smooth you can make it, the better they feel. Reply to this doc with um, not the authority. Like what the heck? This is LinkedIn. Just say I'm in, or okay, it does give me. Wow, why did I write it even? I'll share next steps and schedule our first call, etc., etc. Right? This is how you really create an offer, and that's how it works. So I hope this was worth your time. It's a very long video, but go create your offer today. Cheers.